there, fellow NPCs. I am Carbon Scythe, and today we're going to continue to investigate her story. So, if you saw the last two episodes, which was also the two first episodes in this series, you know that I've been taking down notes like a madman, to be honest. But not only that, I checked that tapping code several times. I will put up a screenshot of exactly what I did, but during the editing of the last video, I even amplified the sound because I wasn't sure I could hear how many taps there were, and I couldn't slow it down to make it hear it easier and things like that. So I went into the sound bar in the editing program, the Active Presenter, and amplified the sound so I could see how many taps, how many times the sound bars were going haywire. And yeah, I was correct. It spells out F-O-V-E-U, unless on the second letter, first tapping, there was some kind of slight and I don't know if it doesn't even show properly in the sound bars, but it could either be a scrap and 2 taps or 3 taps. It's difficult to say. If it is 2 taps, however, it would spell out 5U, F-I-V-E-U. We will just have to see if that is a word that comes up more times. But all I know for right now. Hello, this is Carbon Scythe from the future. I had to check something on YouTube to see if there was a kind of full lore about her story, the game. I was thinking that maybe I can do a little bit of a review thing once I'm done with the game and see if there was something I missed and things like that. One of the things I found, however, pissed me off so much. I've already seen this multiple times and I didn't catch it. And that's about the tapping code. That shit. And I said multiple times that the code spells out F-O-V-E-U. Except that it does not spell out F-O-V-E-U. I somehow cannot count to 3 because you read the codes rows and then columns. So I read 1 row too short. So I stopped early. It reads L-O-V-E-U. Love you. That's all I wanted to say for that. Now, let's get back to the original story. And this is just after checking the second recording properly. We've only seen 5 different interviews. We know from the Steam page that there's going to be 7 interviews, but we've only seen 5 of them. I've even noted down what dates we see what person, because it's Hana and Eve. And yeah, we think she might be split personality, that her sister Eve, twin sister, might have died in childbirth and she got a split personality. We will just see exactly what's going down here. Oh yeah, I also have a couple of, where do I have them? Here. Keywords that I will be checking out. So that is something we will check first. So, let's go. This is so great that it just goes back to where I was. There's no save files per se. Either you beat it or you don't. But let's go with the first thing. F-O-V-U. Fauveau. Maybe it's French. Let me check that actually. Maybe is it? Does it mean something in a different language? That would be crazy. Spanish.
Fauveau.
But does not translate to anything. Nope. Guess not. That was not it. So 4VU is nothing. 5U, how about that? How about 5? We got something on 5. We'll see if that means anything. Let's check it out. We've never seen this before. It's on the 3rd of July.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange.
Oh.
We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday.
What is your birthday then?
And we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Yeah, that's not likely. So maybe we have something on birthday. But 4VU didn't give me anything. But I also have... we know that Simon has a fondness of blonde hair, so let's go with blonde. Yeah, 2 videos that we haven't seen yet. And this could be a new date. And here's the guitar. I've seen that in the Steam. 1st of July. And so far we've only had Eve on July. So we do have 1st. So we got 6 dates now.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Right, wig. Wait, what have you looked at?
This other thing. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap? I don't know what that is. Cat flap? We got that. Let's see. I have written down cat flap, but let's check this as well.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay?
Why did she bring guitar though? Football shirt.
How about a traditional band? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in.
This is
Oh, the dreadful wind.
This is something that happened to them. Hannah tried to drown Eve.
So they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain.
Captain's son.
Cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister. Oh, the wind and the rain. With a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held
wind and rain.
As she slowly drowned, all the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down, all the wind and the rain. Floated till a ship came by, all the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son, oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Then it gets weird! Okay. The wind and the rain, exactly. Huh. That's an... But, the reason why she likes this, I don't know exactly what kind of music Bob Dylan does, but they were talking about Bob Dylan, so maybe that's something we need to check in on. And we'll tag that for now. But that's what we got on Blonde. Actually, let's add that. Do we have anything on hair? Yeah, 2 new videos. And that's just the third of 5 so far. Then just by these few moments, I was saying we have a couple of more tags. Let's see. These are different dates. And I don't know if this is Hannah or Eve. 27th, I mean.
It's Rapunzel.
Rapunzel?
The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
Okay. Rapunzel's story. That is really interesting that I managed to get 2 so far, so quickly. Well, let's add photo, because we do have Rapunzel and also blind. So maybe Eve never did get up from the water and Hannah took her place somehow. But yeah, that would that's weird.
What kind
30th. What? Yeah, we have the 30th already, so what the fuck did you say?
What kind of hairs?
Ah, right. Yeah, and that was also something. Can I search on date? 30th 06. Nope, I cannot. So that's something I have to figure out on my own. God damn it. 30. Nope. So I can't even search by date, but I can search here. What do we have? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's hair. Now let's go into the nasty business and let's search for alibi. Oh, I already have that. What about mushroom? Because both Hannah and her parents, or Simon's parents, I believe it was her parents, died from what was it? Death caps, which I've read on my own time is one of the deadliest mushrooms in existence, as if I remember correctly. So yeah, but they are easily confused for a different kind of mushroom. So maybe there was a confusion there, but they also have a mushroom farm in the basement. So it seems premeditated. Okay, what do we have on mushrooms then?
Something was wrong. The bags,
Filled with body
I
parts.
think they were from our kitchen, you can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape. I think it was ours.
Parcel tape, maybe, because you know that's part of cover up, making sure that nothing, we don't have any evidence. So let's just put parcel tape here. Yes, so confused about Foveo, because that was important, but I'm doing something wrong.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
27:30, and here we have Eve because she has a white shirt on the 3rd.
Sitting in the
We have 3rd.
It was a very
Yeah, we have
hard
3rd.
time. I was depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD.
What's the STD
I
though?
came down one morning. They were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Okay, so Eve believes that her father is infallible when it comes to mushrooms, basically. Let's search for STD. It's mentioned once more. 2 minutes long.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow,
Wedding.
so we were separated again.
Okay.
I stayed in the attic.
What?
It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
There we fucking
Her
go!
and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17.
17.
It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who betrayed us.
You betrayed us?
I had to stop when one of the guys gave me the STD.
Oh.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
So Hana is no. Let's see. Eve is feeling resentment towards Hana because they had to be separated again. For some reason, they did get back together as a family, but they separated again because the father was moving away. So there must have been a was there a divorce, or was it just a wedding? But because of that, because they moved away, Eve had to wear a wig. Which explains the blonde hair. Let's add blonde hair. So we have STD, we have fixed mushroom. What about birthday? Now we're getting into the things we found today. 9 entries. And we haven't seen anything on birthday yet. 7 seconds.
Yes, that's my birthday.
Ah, when is it?
Big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Yeah.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
You guess you didn't like it? Let's see, what were the dates? 25, 27.
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
Oh. There we fucking go! Because Eve wants to be pregnant. But the one who got pregnant is Hana. Because Hana wears orange, and I've already written down here that she's pregnant, so I'm guessing she was the one throwing up earlier. Yeah, why didn't this show up when I searched for pregnant? Strange.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home.
Okay.
The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument.
Mm-hmm.
Simon left. I was furious.
So that's what they were
I wanted
fighting
to get
about.
as far away as I could and get some space.
Simon doesn't want a baby. Arna pregnant. They fight, go separate ways. Arna comes home. Simon does not. But we don't have any specific dates on this. No, right, this was on the Friday. Yes, right, and there we fucking go. And now we have a date for when your birthday is. I don't know if that's important, but you reported this on the 18th, the first time around, is what I've written down here. It doesn't sound correct, but I guess that's what I have to go with right now. So we have to check murder just again to find out. And on the 16th is the Friday, which is when the fight began. Which is also when she finds out that she's pregnant, and they decide to talk about it. She had to tell him because she couldn't drink alcohol, most likely. That is always the case. So let's check alcohol. And they had to protect the child. So I'm guessing that it's... we already knew that... Oh, wait, she's already pregnant. In that case. She is pregnant right now. Right, because that's why she threw up.
A week or so ago. It would
What
have been
happened?
Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
What does that mean? Blitz the house. Is that... I don't know what that means. It's so weird that I have to put it in. What does blitz mean in this case? They only mention it at one time. Let's check what happens when you search murder again. Should be here.
You think it's murder?
Exactly.
I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help? Yeah, that's me. But
1st of July.
February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Now we have... Oh yeah, we had that already. Okay. February. When did we say February? February.
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago.
Okay.
What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Let's check February actually. February. Maybe I already did. I think I did. Yeah, I already did. Let's check a new keyword. Cat flap. Check the cat flap. Oh, I thought maybe that's the wash tag, something like that. But maybe they actually have a cat. And the cat flap is the cat door. We have a few new ones. And I've been going back and forth so much that it fell off.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows are really hard to open anyway. It's stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Yeah, cat flap. But we mentioned cat twice already in videos that were here.
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino.
Domino?
This little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
I got skinnier. She looked fat and plump or whatever she said. But I guess I was getting skinnier. That's fucking horrifying. You sneaked in cat door. Did I write even? Yeah, I wrote even.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
For Veo. Come on! For Veo? I'm gonna add that there. Maybe words. Word. Oh. Unfortunate. Let's go continue. We search for cat, so I guess there's nothing on flap. No. Captain, as in the song. Nope. Wind and rain. I can search for both, but let's start with this. This is the second part of the song.
Really?
Here we fucking go.
Here's the rest.
Here's the rest.
Made a body on the dock to all the wind and the rain, till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. All the
Fiddler.
dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. All the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. All the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows. All the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows. All the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. All the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. All the dreadful wind and rain.
Cool. Bone.
The only tune that the
Here we go.
fiddle could play was all the wind and the rain.
Yeah.
Yes, the only tune that the
Fiddle could play.
all the dreadful wind and rain.
Who the fuck is applauding that?
These things may be used as evidence against you.
I'm gonna put song. Oops. Song here. I'm actually gonna do the same for this one. But that, yeah, she was right. That got weird. Do we have anything on rain, perhaps? No, just the same. Yeah, it's the same. Bob Dylan. Do we have anything more on him? Nope. Rapunzel. There we go. More shit.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
I want to see the picture. And here's the thing. I love the fairy tales. They were so real to me. She can't separate her reality from her imagination. Hannah and Eve is the same person, most likely. I'm gonna add split personality here. And Eve. Do we get to see the picture?
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Huh. What do we have here?
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there? We were obsessed with fairy tales.
Hello,
Not just
Eve.
the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper and dressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Nothing that helps me out here, I believe. Blind. Who was blind? Why did I have blind? Is it because of Bob Dylan? No, that's wrong. Who the fuck is blind?
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
I was thinking that Eve got pregnant, but we already know that Hannah was the one getting pregnant. But she must have been in Eve mindset and thought that he was cheating on her. That's my guess. But in the end, they killed Simon to protect the child. I will have to search for child later on. But yeah, right. Let's do that as well. I wanted to... Oh, the wind and rain. The Trois Sisters. Is a traditional murder ballad dating at least as far back as the mid-17th century. Now, here's the reason. The song being gruesome is not that weird, because I have heard that the really old songs children would sing was basically making fun of the plague. So we've always been gruesome like that. That we sing awful things to make our lives easier throughout time. The song recounts the tale of a girl drowned by her jealous sister. At least 21 English variants exist under several names, including Minori or Binori, the cruel sister, the wind and rain, dreadful wind and rain, two sisters, the bonny swans, and the bonny bows of London. The ballad was collected by renowned folklorist Francis J. Child as Child Ballad 10, and is also listed in the Roud Folk Song Index, Roud 8. Whilst the song is thought to originate somewhere around England and Scotland, possibly Northumbria, extremely similar songs have been found throughout Europe, particularly in Scandinavia. That's where I am, damn it. Synopsis: two sisters go down by the waters, sometimes a river, sometimes a sea. The elder one pushes the younger in and refuses to pull her out again. That is what she told us. So Hannah is the older one. Younger. Generally, the lyrics explicitly state that her intent to drown her younger sister. Her motive, and included in the lyrics, is sexual jealousy. In some variants, the sister are being two-timed by a suitor. Yes, exactly, by Simon. In others, the elder sister's affections are not encouraged by the young man. In others, the elder sister's affections are not encouraged by the young man. Oh. So they could be different people. And he is interested in Eve. In a few versions, a third sister is mentioned, but plays no significant role in events. In most versions, the older sister is described as dark, while the younger sister is fair. which is blonde. When the murdered girl's body floats ashore, someone makes a musical instrument out of it, generally a harp or a fiddle, with a frame of bone and the girl's long yellow hair or golden hair for strings. The instrument then, golden hair is also Rapunzel. The instrument then plays itself and sings about the murder. In some versions this occurs after the musician has taken it to the family's household. Wait, sorry, I didn't read that. The instrument then plays itself and sings about the murder. That's fucking awesome. In some versions this occurs, I'm gonna use this in my RPGs. In some versions this occurs after the musician has taken it to the family's household, so that the elder sister is publicly revealed, sometimes at her wedding, to the murdered girl's suitor as the murderess. I was going to search for murder. Wedding. The variant title, The Two Sisters, typically omits the haunted instrument entirely. Oh. Ending instead with an unrelated person, often a miller, robbing the murdered girl's corpse, sometimes being executed for it, and the elder sister sometimes goes unpunished or sometimes boiled in lead. God damn, that's awful. Parallels in other languages. Ooh. Pharaohs. Favo. Orpurimo. I don't know if I said that correctly. De två systrar in Norwegian. De två systrarna in Swedish. God damn, I need to check this song out. Connections to other ballads, versions and settings. And wait, did it say Bob Dylan here? Was I completely dumb? Bob Dylan performed Two Sisters in the late 1950s and early 1960s, and a recording of an impromptu version in the apartment of his friend Karen Wallace. Maybe we have something on Karen Wallace. God damn, this is intelligent shit we got here. Genuine bootleg series. He also based Percy's song on the variant of Wind and the Rain. Percy's song. We are getting somewhere here. God damn, I love this shit. Let's do the wedding. Oh yeah, we got some new shit here.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
And now the music plays again. I wonder if that means something. I'm gonna put that there.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding. People
Okay,
said,
married at 17.
Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Music again. I am getting lost here. So they were... Yeah, there was just that one. Nothing to worry about. Alcohol! Nothing on alcohol. Okay. Wine? Yeah. It's always wine when you celebrate your wedding day.
Not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking
Okay, that didn't give me anything. What about beer? Nothing on that. Okay, then never mentioned beer. Okay, so that was a dead end, unfortunately. What about bone? Oh yeah, yes, that one. Domino. How often do they talk about the cat? Not the 2 times. That's unfortunate. And I did search for Bob Dylan, right? Karen. How about Karen? She is never mentioned. How about Percy? Or Perseus? How about song? Just those 2. Oh yeah, because I put song on that one. Right. So nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there. 17 I need to check. Shotgun. Because it was a shotgun wedding. Only mentioned there. 17. Here we go. Now we go.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again.
Okay.
I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started very much.
Yeah, I saw this earlier. So they got married at 17, and that's when they separated because she had to move in with Simon's parents. Interesting.
I did. Well,
What did you do?
we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaciers.
You met at 17? That's working fast. Seconds.
We were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said.
Shotgun.
Simon looked very handsome.
But now the music isn't playing. So the music is not actually important. Okay.
No. I was 15. Carl was older.
Who the fuck is Carl?
17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved.
Yeah, 15,
Lots
right.
of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once.
Really?
Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know?
Wait, who are you talking about?
Family.
We can search family. So who's Carl? That's someone important. Good to know. Oh, this is just such a... what do you call it? You just go digger deeper and deeper, and you're not gonna see sunlight again anytime soon. So this is where I end for today's episode. I will see you again in the next one. Thank you for watching. This is so good, and we are learning so much about things that we have to search on the internet. I love it. As I said, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, just because you're not the main character, it doesn't mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.